Hello again, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back for some more Lego building. We have this day the Spring Lantern Festival. It does have 1,700 pieces, so it might be a little bit of a longer build, but it's been one that I've wanted to do for a little while. It came out a couple years ago, and I actually had to go aftermarket to get it, but I really like it. I think it's one of the more interesting of the Chinese traditional sets. I mean, personally, I think I'd probably say that it's my favorite. Admittedly, I haven't built it, and the one last year was pretty nice. But one of the cool things about it is that it does match up, like it's in the form factor and has connections to fit it in with the modular city sets, and they don't usually do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and transition to the other camera. I can move that one out of the way, and we can get this opened and started on. So how's everyone doing today? Howdy, Kinshire, how's it going? Everybody else? Bonk. Bonk goes the camera. Alright. So let's see. There's bag number 8. There's 6. There's 9. There's the instruction booklet. Put that aside. There's a 3. There's another 3. Coming down with something, that is unfortunate. I hope it passes quickly. Alright, so that's bag number 1. So let's set that aside. There's a 5. So this is old enough that we're going to have some multi-bag bag numbers. There's 4. Zoo excursion was nice, even if many critters were chilling in the midday heat. That is understandable. It actually was surprisingly not that warm here today. I mean, it's warm, but not like hot. Here's 11. Another 11. There's 4. There's a 10. Alright, what else do we have? Just that. Okay. Not too many multi-bag steps. There's 7. Alright, so 10. There's 9. There's 8. 7. 6, 5. 4, 3, and 2. And then, finally, 1. Alright. The Arctic and mountain fur balls were shedding. Well, I'm glad that I didn't have to inhale that. I would probably be allergic. Bowl of ramen does sound pretty nice, although a little bit warm. A little bit warm. Do need to think about what to have for dinner tonight after this, though. Alright, let's see. We got some minifig parts, lots of gray, another brick separator, goes into the ever-growing pile. There we go. Alright. So let's see. So I do really like the artwork that they include with the Chinese traditional sets. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. It'd be kind of neat to have them work on some other. I Does this artist? I don't think this is the artist that does the Dreams sets. Trying to remember if they have any for the Monkey Kid. I don't know. What if you cast Blizzaga on that? Well, Ramen is good warm. I just don't know if warm is what I would want right now. Alright, so we got 2 base plates. 16 by 32 and 32 by 32. Alright, let's get him all stuffed full. Here we go. We have the blowing face, or mouthful face, or other assorted conditions face. Give him a bowl. Wonder if those are those Chinese bean dumplings, like red bean buns or whatever. There we go. Okay, if I put them down, though, let's make sure that that doesn't fall out. Good. All right. Remember seeing the bowl of ramen with the fork in midair because it froze in the air? It's going to happen when it gets cold. All right, let's get our edging on. Definitely going to put this in with all of my other modular city sets when this is finished as well. I think this would especially look pretty next to the museum, because the museum is kind of big and like really feels like it fills up the space. Kind of crowds out the other things next to it a little bit, perhaps. So I think that this next to it could be really nice. And I don't know why they don't do more sets that use this this style. I've kind of wondered if maybe it's because of like a little bit of protectionism by the modular team, but I don't know. I know that they don't allow modular submissions on ideas anymore. Like, I think they're okay, like, because the botanical garden was actually originally the original submission was modular. Expense is going to be part of it. If they had done the like, I think this set gets away with it. In part because there's no actual buildings. Like, it's pretty small. Not small, but like, you don't have a multi-story building here. And having a multi-story building would definitely make it more expensive. Like the restaurant from last year, I think if that had been on the modular format, it would have been probably 30% bigger, is my guess. Okay, then we get some ingots here. But like, I especially want to make that into a modular compatible building now and put it next to this. I gotta figure out what I would fill out the space with, though. All right, there we go. That and that. And there we go. There's our sidewalk. This will be the wall. I haven't seen any parks like this around here, but I think in some California cities you can get them. I don't think DC's Chinatown is quite large enough. And the parks are fairly well established as well. Like, they're all pretty old, I should say. And a 2x3 in there. There we go. Okay, 2x6. I did notice that there were more of the 1x2s than you needed for the connections. So interesting that that gets used that way. Probably because I just needed a 1x2. There we go. And another 2x6. Okay, corner brick. 1x1 cylinder brick there. The other 1x1 cylinder brick there. And there we go. Alright. Okay, so that is bag number 1, spare parts. We have a spare silver spoon, gray 1x1 cylinder plate, white bowl, and white 1x1 cylinder tile with, I think, bean paste buns printing, which I haven't seen in any other sets. So nice to get another food item. Alright, bag number 2. Of course, I was also hoping that they'd have more castle-related sets, and they don't seem to be doing that either, so Lots of things that I would like more of. But there's only so much to fit into the schedule, I suppose. Single-sided head. Get that selfie hair on. And she can take her own selfie with her phone. But you caught your little FF4 PR error yesterday, as did one Reddit person who was nice and pointed out the same thing. Yeah, I had noticed that there were some some weapons would have a kind of a standard value for some of the things like accuracy. And then a few unique weapons that have some special functions would have dramatically lower accuracy. Alright, 1x2 plates. Actually, I should probably get these in first. People in niche communities on Reddit, I feel, tend to be decent. Like, there aren't exactly a whole lot of people there. There's oftentimes not much of a reason for them to be jerks. Led you to do some science. There we go. And there we go. All right. More bright green flowers. General foliage. There we go. You're reasonably sure that the Lilith Rod improves int more than it says it does? It could be. I don't know. Haven't looked into it very deeply or anything. Nice amount of dark green in here. Always a fan of getting more dark green. There we go. Next up, we get another one of you guys, another one of you guys. I think this is the last 1x2 plate. Another flower. Improves Palom's int by 1 extra point, it seems like. I'd be inclined to say that there's something else going on, just because I haven't seen any errors. Like that. Certainly possible, though. Let's see. We are not putting anything in that little empty spot. Just that curved white element there. Lots of lovely dark green. Now trying to get Cat Claws and a Poison Arrow. So you just want to shoot that poison arrow, huh? Into my heart? I've gotten a few of those in my times playing the game, but I've never gone out of my way to get many of them. My favorite for a time was, I got the stone arrows. And that was great. Okay. Pink 1x4 there, yellow corner. A single 1x1 cylinder brick. So we do have both yellow and gray. So the fact that we have a gray 2x2 corner and also yellow 2x2 corners, we got more. That does make me think that the yellow there is for high visibility. Okay, 4x4 cylinder. That goes right there. Coral pink 1x2 tile. And this, I think, is there for a spacer. I think that's why they do that. So you don't accidentally put them in the wrong place. At least you don't need to keep 900, you don't have to keep 99 arrows anymore. I kind of miss that. Howdy, Lord Canis, how's it going? Alright. Turn it this way. Okay, so I think there's a large plate is going to be put over that. That's why all of that is there. Doing some writing, expanding your Stellaris species list to incorporate Vrox. I was going to do an adventure that had some Vrox in it for the Spelljammer game, but it didn't work out. My adventure idea kind of had to be passed by, sadly. Oh, no, I did already get that one in there. The Pleasant Uprising. You know what? You can dig this because it's like playing with a Lego set without having to buy or store a Lego set. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do even more of that without having to buy a Lego set, Lego Studio, Bricklink Studio, allows you to design your own and build your own stuff, and you know, very much like playing with Lego because it's actual virtual Lego. And then if you really like what you design, then you can actually just go buy the specific pieces and build it. Howdy, Sealan, how's it going? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a second submission in for the Twist of Nostalgia contest. I have some ideas kind of bubbling away, but I haven't been happy with how they've been coming out when I put them on paper, so to speak. You're more of a Connects kid? That's okay. That's okay. I forgive you. I was amused when LEGO came out with their own Connects copy. Snap. Alright, there we go. Okay. So coral pink 1x2 tile there. Yeah, 8x8 plate is gonna go on there, I'm sure. Go, and that right there. Okay. So, spare parts, a single bright green 1x1 plate flower. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the build that I did get in, though. Like, I think it came out really well. Had to revise it a few times, which sapped some of my spirit, but that's just how it goes. There we go. You're still believing in me? I appreciate that. I certainly hope that it will get into the top 10. I certainly hope that it'll win. Okay, those seem to be the only fishies. Nope, I got some fishies over here. Different fishies. They were playing coy. Ha ha ha! I'm sorry. Nope, get out of there. That was good and you know it. You guys are just jealous. Alright. 1x4 right there. Yep. Okay, 19 1x2 tiles. Lost a brain cell? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it works that way. There we go. 1x1 plate right in there. 1x1 plate right in there. There we go. And there we go. And then a 1 by 1 plate flower there. Okay, next up. Let's see, corner plate. 1 by 4. Okay, 1 by 1 plate flower right there. And then 2 1 by 1 plates. Another 1 by 1 plate flower. And another 1 by 1 plate. There we go. Okay, another 1 by 1 plate there, and 3 1 by 2 tiles. Surprised we haven't put any of the fish down yet. There we go. Alright, next up, we got 2 by 3. Another corner. 1 by 6 plate in there. And 2 1 by 1 plate flowers. There we go. Another corner plate up there. Plate flower. And no 1 by 1 plates. Alright. Three 1 by 1 plates coming up. I guess that's so that they're offset. There we go. Alright. 1 by 1 plate right there. 1 by 1 plate right there. And 1 by 1 plate right in there. There we go. Kind of amazing how many of these trans light blue 1 by 2 tiles they make these days. I have a lot at this point. It's good stuff, though. It's good stuff. Alright, next up. Okay. Now we are finally going to be using some of our fishies. Green 1 by 6. Okay. There is a white 1 by 2 here. Right there, yeah. Okay, 1 by 1. Cylinder plate, 1 by 1 plate, and 1 by 1 plate flower. There we go. Okay, now for the orange and white koi. First one goes right there. Second one goes right there. I really like these tiles. They're very cute. They really add a lot to these ponds. There we go. All right, next up, another 1x2 tile, 1x1 plate here. Okay. Yellow one and yellow one. And the other... Ooh, 1x6 there. Let's see, that one, the other white one goes right there. There we go. Another plate flower in the middle. One by one plate there. And there we go. There, we got one more fishy to put in. And he is going to go right there. There we go. It's very cute. Let's see, 1x1 plate flower in there. A 1x1 plate. There we go. Okay. Lime green corner. Lime green corner. 1x4 plate goes up against that corner piece. We're not actually using any more plate flowers, it looks like. No. Alright. 1x1 plate right there. And a 1x1 plate right there. Alright. And the last tiles. There we go. All right, spare parts. We got a light, transparent light blue 1x1 plate and a bright green 1x1 plate flower as our spare parts. Howdy, Cloud Warthog. How's it going? Okay. So bag number 4. Okay, yeah, that bag can go right there. That's fine. Lots of trans red 1x1 plates. And some other trans red pieces. So this is the trans red light brick, which I'm actually going to be pulling. If I can remember what I did with the others. What did I do with them? They were literally right there. Huh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Oh, yep, nope. These are my light bricks that I've already pulled the little tab out. See, right now, it won't light up. But those will all light up. So that's what I'm pulling from these days when I get new light bricks, rather than keep pulling them out. I don't know if those watch batteries can leak, but I'd rather not risk more of that. Okay. So they have shirts that say 2021. That's lady's face. This is the guy's face. Celebrating that new year. There we go. With probably a coffee drink of some sort. There's one place in the FF4 underground area where you can get sirens, but it's a pain farming them. Yeah. I don't think I really tried that. It never seemed worthwhile to me. Alright, there's the phone, and now I need a bar. There we go. 5% or 12% drop, yeah. No, I had a drop that I needed to, or wanted to get in, Lufia 2, and it took me quite a while off camera trying for it. It was very annoying, and I do not like it. That was with save states, too. Alright, let's see. White, 1 by 12. We get some... Actually, no, that's a 10. Actually, no, it is a 12. What I thought. Am I going to try to beat the impossible boss to get his sword early in Lufia 2? Probably not. Again, I don't know that it's worth it. I mean, I might try. Let's put it that way. But I won't invest a whole lot of time in it. Howdy, that small floof. How's it going? Nice to see me here. Indeed. Indeed. Doing some Lego this evening. I'm not sure when I first streamed, beyond what year it was. It's a great thing, though, in Lufia 2. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's a great weapon. But is it really worth it? Like, the game isn't hard. I say having gotten one of my characters killed. What camera am I using? This is Elgato. I'm actually not happy with it. Those are actually the same. Mainly because it doesn't have autofocus. I want something with autofocus so that I don't have to digitally zoom in. But item drops, rare items, 100%. I'm pretty sure you get the item later in the game, though. Yes, that is good. That does go there. I kind of want to get a, I mean, it's better than the other Logitech that I was using, but I do kind of want to get a DLSR, DSLR. I don't know why I always mess that one up. There it is. But getting it early, yeah. I mean, this camera is definitely a lot better than the previous one that I was using. Logitech, which I do still have. I do still use for other things. That was what I had on the very beginning of the stream to show the box against the back wall. Okay, standard green. Not the bright green of the other thing. But DSLRs are pretty expensive, so that is not on the table anytime real soon, unfortunately. The good ones are like $1,000, $1,200, something like that. A little pricey right now. Alright, back corner. There we go. Make sure that's pushed down properly. There we go. I imagine that some plants are going to get put in there. Alright, 2x4, and then 4x4 angle plates. One by 3, 1 by 6. Okay, that's the one that I want for that. Another 1 by 3 here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. You're going to try to get the rune staff later when it's possible? I mean, I will say that, like, grinding for items in a game, like item drops, is a good way to get extra money's worth out of your game. So I'm not saying don't do it. By any means. Actually, that is not going there. Did I get this in the wrong place? I did, yes. Alright. I was like, this should not be unsupported. That needs to go over 1. Okay. There we go. There we go. Alright. And finally, 1 more there. Okay, we get a 2x2 angled corner slope, pair of 1x2 slopes. Actually, Where's the other? Oh, right, up here. Because this one is this piece. Just like having rare items. Oh yeah, no, I get that. Like, I got, as I understand it, there's a rare item drop that I got first try in Lufia 2, and I have definitely saw some people complaining about how hard it was to get. So I count myself lucky in that regard. Funny thing is, I'm probably going to use it way more than the one that I worked really hard to get and had a hard time getting. All right, I got some slopes with cutouts. One there. One there. One there. And finally, one there. There we go. Alright. Socket. Ball joint socket. Pair of 1x2 round end plates. Another ball joint socket. And then our 2x2 to 1x2 upper center brackets there. Alright. And just one tile slope. Oh, I bet this is for bamboo. Yeah, that's what that's going to be for. Right back there in the corner. Okay, curved slope, not curved slope, inverted arch. 1x2. 1x1 brick with clip, and 1x1 cylinder plate on top. The Lilith Rod was acquired really fast this playthrough for some reason. Well, that's pretty nice. How quickly did you get your summons? Okay, so we have a... Summons were a little harder. So Dark Lavender 6x6 cylinder plate. 2x2 turntable base. And then 1x1 cylinder plates, slightly offset here. And then yellow 4x4. And we want this to go, let's see. Alright, so the slots are going to fit over that. I don't think that a regular, like, 4x4 plate would fit that. Goblin was the easier of the two. Cockatrice always takes forever. Alright, let's see. Shouldn't really matter which way that goes. And then we have macaroni curved slope elements right there. That's how you found that area near Baron where monsters from Typo show up. I figured as much. Go, and for some reason, a separate step to put the fourth one on. Okay, clear 2x2 cylinder brick. And red 1x1 cylinder tiles. Alright, now we make the bowl. Is it a brazen bowl? Who knows? Probably not. Trans red 1x2 plates. Alright. Oh, it's not actually 1x1 plates, it's 1x1 tile slopes. I see. Okay. Clear nope. Yep, clear 1x2 brick. Trans red, a 1x2 plate. So rather than this one, we are going to see... So most of these are yellow. And then we have two that are red. This one is very dim. I think the battery is dying. So we are going to take that one off. Swap those around. Blind myself a few times, as you do. That is very bright. Just blind myself a few times. You know, as you do. As you do. Okay. 1x1 tile slopes here. As soon as you managed to sit after getting home, the cat claimed your lap as a bed. I mean... Like, that's not your lap anymore. That's the cat's lap. That's how it works. Oh, we have some printing on these trans red 1x2 bricks. Accept your position as self-heating cat bed? Yeah, exactly. This bottom 1x1 is slightly crooked, and it's annoying me. Okay, there we go. I got it to shift. Perfect. I don't have a cat, but I do understand what it means to own a cat. My father had cats growing up, and then he got allergic, and then much later in life he got some allergy medicine and got cats again. He named one of them Mercator, because he was a cartographer. Alright, turn it around. I need to go looking through his pictures again, because he had a great one of one of his cats just kind of lounging. And when I mean lounging like a human. And I need to share that again. People with cat allergies shake hands with people with lactose intolerance. I'm glad I am not lactose intolerant. I do love my dairy. My milks, my cheeses, my ice creams. Okay, ball joint socket there. It's worth it. I had a friend who was lactose intolerant, and every time we'd get pizza, he would get he would eat some of the pizza, and then always have a bad reaction to it, and we'd be like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "It's good." So this one has a print on it, so we are not doing that. Not using that one. These ones do not have prints. Then I had another friend who, I don't think she was lactose intolerant, but she took all the cheese off the pizza, and, like, all the time. Which worked out great for her boyfriend, but we were just like, my other friends and I were just like, what's even the point? Okay, a trans red 4x4 radar dish, which I don't know if I have any trans red radar dishes. Certainly not ones with a hollow stud, because that's fairly recent. Oops. Tail. Let's get that on there. There we go. Little dangling tail. It is very bright, yeah. It comes out brighter on the camera than it is in person, unless you look right at it. Then it's blinding. I think it's mainly because the light's trying, like the camera's trying to pick up so much extra light. Even though I do have a bunch of lights on. I don't know. Go, and then that, and that. Okay, I think that's supposed to be an eye. I was not exactly sure what it was supposed to be. I've definitely missed putting a piece on. I bet it goes right there. I need to look to see where that one is supposed to go. So those are eyes, the prints there. Get a ring in its nose. Gold flower on top. Trans red 1x1 cones. And gold horns. we go. Okay, and I cannot see where the slope goes. Hold on. Oh, nope. It does not go there. It goes up here. There we go. Moo indeed. Moo indeed. I think this was for the year of the bull. So I think that's why we have that. And it lights up. You know, because it's a brazen bull. Okay, so spare parts. We've got a trans red and gray 1x1 tile slope, gold and red 1x1 plates, clear angle connector with stud, clear 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg, red 1x1 cylinder tile, gold 1x1 plate flower, and gold tooth claw element. Can hear the burning... Right, ox, yeah. I mean, ox are a type of cow, but yeah, ox. I think they're gelded. Not positive. It's been a while since I looked into oxen. The cattle. All right. So how you doing, little buddy? Let's go ahead and turn it this way. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that means they're males. And technically, cows are female, but American English does frequently refer to use cow as male. All right, so 1x8 plate in there, and a 4x4 turntable right there. Alright. Dark gray tiles. The cute bombardment. I will definitely have to check that. Cattle, it's a common name. Bos is the scientific name, B-O-S. Descended from aurochs. Oh, okay, I see. I was trying to figure out where the parts were going on. It's because it was gray on gray. Get more ingots in here. I used it very briefly. Very, very briefly. Very, very briefly. I was expecting an 8x8, but no. We're using two 4x8s and a 2x8. The flute one too, yeah. Didn't last very long. Didn't last very long. Oh, I think it was Suikoden 2, I think, where I used one of them for an extended period of time and really regretted it. I think I may have done that in 1 as well, but I think it was definitely 2 where I did that. I have a pretty strong recollection of being like, oh god, I need to get out, I need to finish this dungeon so I can turn it off. One of the sound sets. I don't remember which one. Alright, and that goes right there. Another 4x4. 1x3. And then lots of ingots. I'm not sure if they're going to be filling this out more. Wish more of the palace cats were in a mood to be out in the enclosure. Aww. And we have a yellow nerd. I mean, Froggy. Put there under the bridge. Okay, on this side, we get 1x4 tiles in white. 3 spaces. 3 spaces. And 3 spaces. There we go. Alright, we get our capital top pieces. It all begins Suikoden by running away out to somewhere with a dead friend in tow for the remaster 2. Yes, yes, I did. That is how you are supposed to play it. Alright, 1x1 plates on the ends. There. And there. With friends like Ald, who needs enemies? I'm a great friend. I mean, I succeeded, didn't I? Speaking of remasters, you're waiting for the Oblivion remaster to download? Man, when are they going to do a remake of Daggerfall? That's what they should do. Alright, we got brown 2x4 plate, 1x4 panel. And this is going to be a little bench. Not the most interesting little bench that they've made. But it gets the job done. Job done. You're surprised the devs didn't stonewall you from doing that? What, running out there to get the item? Like, it's the only way to get that. You have to do that to get the item. If you go out alone, you get a different item, one that I didn't want as much. So, it's, like, it's an intentional secret. A very intentional secret. Yeah. Like, the person's like, wow, I'm surprised someone made it all the way out here. Blah, blah, blah. I'll give you this in exchange. Like, they don't intend everyone to do that, but it is a secret. Yep. I definitely don't remember what I said. Fortune and prosperity. If you go alone, you get fortune. And I think it's fortune. If you go alone, you get the one that gives you XP. If you go with a friend, you get the one that gives you gold. You cannot get both, no. I mean, Suikoden is an extremely expensive in-game game. Like, I mean, the amount of money that you need, it is extremely helpful to have that, the one that increases gold early on. The, experience one is only worth it later in the game. And we get some headlight bricks there. Like the fortune rune yourself? The one, is that the one that gives experience? Honestly, I can never remember which one is which, unless I'm actually in the game. I mean, I like my gold because I like being able to buy things in-game. It's kind of important. It's XP. The problem with XP in that orb in 1 is that I find regular runes to be so much more useful in general. Combat runes or magic runes. Yeah, like that's why, because both of them feel like they should apply to gold to me, and neither of them feel like they should apply to experience to me. There we go. And then for the arch. Macaroni tiles. So I'm gonna try to grind out max levels for the characters that will import into Suikoden 2 in between playing. So I'll probably play something else in between. I think I mostly only got people up to like level 95 in my original playthrough, because it's a real slog beyond that, especially for characters that cannot equip a fortune rune. Alright, there we go. We got our nice little bridge here. And get that on there. Nice and sturdy. Does not wiggle at all. Hope they fixed the issues with the names. Yes, I'm sure they did. Although having your main character named Akdol is kind of funny. Well, it ports. It just ports the first character and overwrites over the M of McDole. So Ald became Akdol. If you named your main character Max, it would be McDole, and that would work. The other one was like the default name is Tyr, so it would be Tickdoll. Nice way to cross space diagonally. Yeah, it is. It really is. There's some good angle geometry. Like this has some angle geometry as well in it. Alright, so spare parts. We have a 1x1 plate in white, 1x1 cylinder plate in white, 1x1 cylinder tile in white, and 1x1 tile slope in white. There we go. Alright. Bag number 6. You think you usually did Tio? Tio, you killed Tio! Oh my god! If they ever made a Suikoden 3 remaster, I wonder if they would actually allow importing of the Suikoden 2 HD remaster save data. It had, like, I went through a lot of work to do that, and it has very little effect. That's true, everyone does call him Young Master. Alright, so we got an oxen decoration on the trans red minifig head. Go ahead and make our lantern. Brown lantern pole. You can't just call him Master Tio. Yeah, let's make the little kid happy. Let's not make him sad. There we go. There we go. All right. So we have some leaves. Bright green. One there. And one here. And then we have some lotuses with, I think they are supposed to have little lanterns in them. I don't think this is supposed to be part of the actual flower, but to be honest, I don't know anything about lotuses, so... I do like the different way of making these lotuses compared to some other sets. Although these eggshell pieces are by no means new for that. There we go. Alright, 2x2 there, and then 4 of them. Where is the other one? Oh, one of them is up here. Okay, 4 of them are back here. Three-leaf plant, and a 3-leaf plant. Oddly enough, LEGO technically has this still on offer, on discount, and sold out. Yeah, so they keep things listed for a while, but this has been sold out for a long time, actually. I had to go aftermarket to get it. Because this was from, like, 4 years ago now. 2021. Alright, we get our bamboo 1x1 cylinder brick with bamboo there. Leaf element there. I'm shocked that I have never broken any of these. Like, really. They always feel incredibly fragile. With some minor refurbishments, this set would be great for different holidays. Yeah? Alright, so I need flower, 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 leaf, 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 carrot top, and carrot top. There we go. Can't wait for next week. You have 4 Magic the Gathering visual guidebooks coming in. Wow. LEGO has a gift with purchase available right now, and double VIP points on the Vincent van Gogh Sunflowers art set, which is a little yellower than it's a little too yellow for my taste, but it is double VIP points, and it would get me the gift with purchase. So need to decide if I want one of those. Needs a thing that goes donk to be a Japanese garden. Well, that's because it's a Chinese garden. It doesn't have one of those because it's a Chinese garden. That's how you know it's a Chinese garden. It doesn't have the donk thing. Donk. It'd be neat to make one, though. I wonder what I would do to make that. What would I do for that? Not a gong. It's the thing that so it's a piece of bamboo, and water flows into one end, filling it up, and it goes donk when it gets full. And it's just it's. I don't know what those are called. I have a lot of friends who would know, though. Suikin Kutsu. Well, there you go. The thing that goes donk. No worries. Okay, more leaves. Another cone. Okay, so 3 more leaves, and 3 more carrot tops. Yeah, that might not be it. Just actually like skimmed the description that you posted. That doesn't sound right. Because it's either wood or bamboo. Typically. Alright, turn that. Oh, no, actually, let me go over here. A sozu. Or shishiodoshi. Go. Traditional device found in Japanese gardens, composed of a bamboo tube that, when filled with water, revolves to empty and makes a clanking sound to scare away any crop-eating animals. Ah! I always wondered if there was a purpose to it. Like an original... Makes sense. Probably would scare, like, rabbits and stuff away. It's a scarecrow. Inverted cone. There's a 4L bar there. Does it go down any further? No. Alright. And leaves at the top. Alright, so we got some fresh shoots there. This one goes over here. I had a neighbor who had a whole lot of bamboo just like randomly growing in their yard. No, like, it was just there. I don't think anyone cultivated it or anything like that, although they may have at one point. Growing up, it was super tall. It was in the neighbor's yard, but my mother hated it. I always liked it. Then the animals adapt. So, like, the The reason it probably works is because it's an infrequent, like, if it was just a constant thing, like water trickling or something like that, or just like donk, 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 donk kind of thing, animals would probably get used to it. But the fact that it is... I mean, it is at a regular interval, but it's slow enough that I don't think most animals would kind of learn to not be scared by it. And it is a sharp sound. Nope, 2 of these. All right. That one is going over here. Shishiodoshi means deer frightening or boar frightening. Evolution can take a while, yes, but you're probably looking at an animal that is deaf, not learning with something like that. I mean, maybe if they're extremely desperate for food. Even so. Alright, there we go. Making 2 of these. There's our pole. There we go. Got our lanterns on some poles. And these are going here. You can also scare deer with those tube-shaped man things they put on car dealerships with the fan under them. I don't know if they have a name, honestly. There we go. Okay. So, let's get this pole in there, and this pole in here. There we go. Okay, now we have our string with grips. So 4 red 1x1 cylinder bricks. Tube man, apparently. Anything that like moves in an unnatural way like that does, I think that's going to scare animals in general. Like, it moves in an unpredictable manner and can oftentimes seem like it's moving towards you. So I am not at all surprised that deer would not like those. Okay, so skip 2. Skip 1. skip 2 and get to the end. Okay, you need to be turned. There we go. Alright. Now we get the red pumpkin pieces, aka the paper lanterns. Actually, these get the chain elements. Okay, second one. And the third one. Okay, that one needs to be fixed. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now, the minifig heads with the bowls. And we just want 2 of these. There we go. Okay, that one on there, and this one on there. Okay. So there we go. We got a string of lanterns. And we string it in between the 2 poles. There we go. Alright, then on top. Alright, we have these printed tiles with some Chinese characters on them. Which way do they go? Yes, it does go this way. Okay. Probably indicating what festival it is. There we go. Alright, next up. I only have 2 of these. Did one of them roll? Did I accidentally use it in something? Yes. Yes, I did. This one is too long. There we go. Now that feels really short. I guess that's okay? Alright, well, whatever. Okay, get our lanterns. Then we have our paint rollers, which I love how the paint rollers are basically never, ever paint rollers after their first use as paint rollers. Like, they showed up as a paint roller in a collectible minifig. I think one of the friend sets that I built use them as a paint roller. And I have gotten multiple sets that use them as other things. Okay, and these go right here. Generally this kind of thing, though. Something to do with lamps or holders, bars, that sort of thing. It's one of those things that can make you cry if you think about it too much. That's fair. That is fair. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our fabric pieces out. Actually, it's plastic, not fabric. Okay, we are getting... Oh. Oh God. They're all different. Oh God. Alright, let's get this just right. I love having no idea what these are saying as well. Zoom in. Okay, so there's 4 characters. Starts with that. Okay. And then 2 characters. Alright, makes sense that it's going to be the ones above each other. Is this supposed to be facing the other way? No? Nope, alright. Okay, there we go. Next up... Lots more characters, starting with this one, yep. And... the snaky-looking one there, alright. Dang it. You were through, and then you decided to pop out. There we go. And finally, the third one. I do appreciate the attention to detail they put into these. It would also be cool to get other regional cultural festivities. Ooh, I think I pushed that too far. All right. I think that is going to be it for that bag. Might even be it for this portion of the model. Nope, not quite. Still have a little bit left to go. All right. Okay, so spare parts. We have a 3-stem plant, 3-leaf plant, in green, and then bright green carrot top, bright green 3L bar, bright green 1x1 plate flower, gold 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, lime green 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, trans orange 1x1 dome light, black 1x1 cylinder tile with bar, and a black bar with clip. Those are our spare parts. Howdy, Shield of Hope, how's it going? More cultural garb CMFs would be cool. Yeah. There's a good number, but more would be good. Doing okay? Oh, better than not doing okay, that's for sure. I'm glad you're doing okay. Right, we haven't done that whole wall yet. I forgot about that. That's what we're going to be getting here. Okay. Let's turn it. By 4, and where is the other bracket? There's the other bracket. There we go. And a white 1x4 there. Alright, and a black short dome, which goes right there. Anything else? No. Alright. 1x4, half arch, 1x1. Another 1x1. Gray and black plates and black 1x1 round top pieces. What are we talking about today? This and that. Oh, actually, that does remind me. I got into an argument with someone a little bit earlier today. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but you got hit by ads. Oh, yep, ads are coming. I'll wait. This is going over here. There we go. In that case, let's turn that around. By 3. Sage Nemesis has gifted a Tier 1 sub to Shield of Hope. That is very generous. Thank you very much. Not sure how quickly that clears up the ads. Hopefully pretty quickly. Yeah, I got the ads running this way because it prevents mid-roll ads. I mean, not mid-roll. Pre-roll. The ads where that you get when you first get to a stream, and that can be a pretty major disincentive for people coming in. You know, if they load up a stream and immediately get ads, they're pretty likely to bounce. And this is the only way to get rid of them. Won't stop mega flares from happening. Well, I don't think anything stops mega flares from happening. Yeah, so I don't know if it's true that they changed Tiamat's alignment in 5e to a chaotic evil, but someone was like, they're just changing her alignment to match Takhisis in Dragonlance, and I'm like, no, Takhisis is lawful evil. They're like, no, she's chaotic evil. I posted a screenshot from Unhallowed Ground from 2E, and they were like, no, I'm talking about the early material. So I went to Dragonlance Adventures and posted a screenshot, and they're like, well, clearly in the novels, the way she acts is chaotic evil. I'm like, you know, if you're just gonna keep moving the goalposts, I'm done. I can't argue if you're just gonna make up stuff to be right, you know? I don't even know if it's accurate, though. Because it seems weird. 100 bits for Lawful Evil Takhisis. Thank you very much for those bits, Anghammerand. I mean, I prefer the Draconic, Fizzban might be more chaotic, though, and yet he's lawful good. I think it's a good point to, like, it alignment doesn't often alter characters, like, day-to-day style of living, I think. That is how I would put it. All right, 8. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But like, regardless of what you think her alignment should be, the authors in their own material say that she's lawful evil. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you think the author is wrong, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I don't do that for my game kind of thing. You know, all right, that's fine, whatever. Your internet is having trouble with the stream and the size of the Oblivion remaster. Two things want all of your bandwidth. You prefer the Magic the Gathering color chart over the D&D alignment chart? I prefer Explicit Evil. I like Explicit Evil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, alright. So I don't need that. Only 100 gigabytes to go. Oh my lord. How big was that game when it came out? Sadly not realistic. I don't know. I don't know. Looks at the world today. I don't know. Let's block the National Suicide Hotline from accepting calls from the most suicidal people in the country. Seems smart. I don't know. Seems pretty evil to me. Oblivion Game of the Year Edition is 5.58 gigabytes. That's, I guess that's a lot of remastering. Yeah, so, I mean, in early D&D, there is very much an element of, and 1,000 bits just because we gotta keep the hype. Thank you very much, Anghamron. So, yeah, like, 1E has the idea of, and 2E does as well, of, like, neutral good with lawful tendencies, or neutral good with chaotic tendencies, or lawful good with lawful neutral tendencies, and stuff like that. And that, I think, is a good way of describing it. I mean, I think that's, that works out pretty well. Capitalize neutral good versus... I don't know what... I mean... I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, one thing is, it's possible to be chaotic evil without many opportunities to exercise that evil, for example. There we go. 1x4, 1x2 plates. Okay, there's our bracket. And there are hinge bricks. Okay, and 4x4 macaroni tiles. There we go. I like this this design for this round portal, round gateway. All right, let's bring these pieces down here because I think I'm gonna need them a little bit more. There we go. So ingot and 1x1 plate with bar and round end. I mean, a chaotic evil person can be a great hero too. They're just doing it entirely for their own benefit, and, like, they may be doing stuff in the background that people don't know about, and things like that, so... Let's see, what do we got here? Nothing I think that we need right away. Like, I do agree that I don't think that the alignment system works well to describe the real world, but the D&D world isn't the real world, so... Yeah. So the alignments, like, the reason why it's called alignment is because you're aligning with a force. It is the force that you're aligned to. There aren't concrete forces that you can align with in the real world. Although there are other forms of concrete forces that you can align yourself to. Oh, I got a hype chest. Let's see what I got. There we go. What if you combined the D&D alignment and the Magic the Gathering color charts? I don't know what the Magic the Gathering color chart is supposed to mean. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like, okay, you're red, you're blue, whatever. I don't know. You like islands, I guess? You like mountains? Maybe there is a deeper meaning behind it and I don't know about it, and then that's fine. I don't recall there being a deeper meaning behind it when I played. There we go, we got the dragon heads there. Clip that on, tilt it, and there we go. Okay, and get our gold lanterns. Right there. There we go. Alright, next up we get just red 1x1 cylinder, bricks, there we go. Alright, so a black lamppost, 1x1 plate with horizontal clip, friend's handlebar in black, a white clear minifig head, and a black 2x2 radar dish, and then we get a pair of these lanterns. There we go. And that goes right there. Alright, next up, we get the tree. Okay, dark pink foliage element, lime green leaves, and a brown carrot top. There we go. Okay, turn it that way, and that goes right there. Then we have the larger foliage in lavender. And there we go. Okay. So a little tree in the corner. A very little tree. And spare parts, black 1x1 cylinder plate, and a black tooth claw element, and a brown carrot top. Alright, so that is going to be the first portion of the Spring Lantern Festival. Yep. Alright, so it's a cute little garden with a koi pond. I love the koi. They're really, really cute. I really like this this wall here. Looks really nice. The black and white go well together. And the brazen bowl. Alright. So let's go ahead and move that to the back for the moment. And we'll get started on the other portion of it. You love the lanterns? Yeah, the lanterns are really nice. Okay, unfortunately, they decided to go with two different orientations for this instruction booklet, which is always annoying when they do. We'll have a little shrine build here. Alright. Plates. Plates. Get the plates out of the way. Because they're big. There we go. Alright, minifigs. Minifig parts. There's his hair. So 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, it does have a camera. I was wearing a nice sweater. There we go. And his camera. Ready to take pictures of people, and also, I just noticed that it's cool out. Let me open my window. See if I can get some breeze in here. Alright. So starting out... 2x6s on the back. Two by threes. And a 1x2 Technic bricks with friction pins. Okay, red 2x4s. Get some pink 1x4s. Nice for high visibility. A pair of 2x3s. There we go. Alright, another pair of gray corner bricks. That is a 2x6. 2 more 2x6s over here. Yellow corner bricks. Alright, and so nothing backstopping those. Not that they need it, just kind of surprised. There we go. And 2x3s on either side. There we go. Okay, next up, a 2x4 in red. And another corner brick, and a pair of these curved pieces. We're going to have another 2x8 cross there. That one right there, I bet. Okay, and this will be for some of the 4x8s. And this is why these are being offset by 2. And then you have these offset by 3, or by 1, I should say, and then these are offset by 2. Because 4 will go there, 4 will go here, and then we get another, yep, and then 4 will go there. Alright, green 1x4, 2 1x1 cylinder bricks, corner bricks, and 2x3s. Alright, up front we have more of the ingots for the walkway. I don't know what kind of, like, brickwork this represents. I haven't seen one of these in person. So I'm curious. Okay, pair of 1x8 tiles. Two by 2s, and then 1x3s. There we go. Alright, and then 4 of these. These are to prevent... they're to give stability so that when these go on, they don't bend in the middle. Without making them, like, difficult to take off and stuff. Like, they don't need a stud connection, so they're not giving them a stud connection. Which is definitely an interesting thing. There we go. Get that on there. I would say they bring support more than stability. Like, they support it. Because there's no stability needed. You just don't want to be putting a minifig on here and have the plate warp or crack or break. But you also don't need the studs. Like, that's why I would say it's not stability, because you don't need the studs. There we go. Okay, and then down this side, 4x4s. One by two there. 2x2 corner, and 1x3 tile. And then the final 1x4 down here. There we go. So this path would connect up with the bridge on the other one. Other than not wanting to tile this whole thing, I don't know why this is so loose. I mean, this seems like having these raised pieces here. Oops. Feels like it would be very, very, very trip hazardy. Yeah, there's that. 1x3. And there we go. Alright. There's too many studs for it to be places to secure the minifigs. They would just use 1x2 or 2x2 tiles with single studs. Alright. Spare parts, a 1x1 cylinder plate in gray, a 1x1 cylinder tile in clear, and a black friction pin. Try anyways? What do you mean, try? Try what? Secure... Oh, no, I mean, there's plenty of studs here. Like, there's plenty of studs to secure minifigs. It's not that. Because they would do something like this, where there's just a handful of studs. Like, you'd get 1x2 tiles with center studs, or 2x2 tiles with center studs in there for securing minifigs. That's what they would do. I mean, it would add a lot more pieces to tile all of that. So there's that, but I don't know if there's actually like a... Like, this is actually trying to represent something, and I don't understand it. Alright. She has a blue and pink sleeve on her shirt. Get the roller skate out. And where is her hairpiece? There it is. I actually don't know if I have this hairpiece in black. Little pigtails. And then a little bunny with red printing on some wheels as a little toy. Alright. 2x6 bricks. Like, it makes me want to go to whatever they modeled this off of. I don't know if there are, like... I don't know if this is modeled after something in particular. Like a specific place, or just a general feel. Like, it could be gravel, I suppose. A little bit of schmutz on there. Get rid of that. Go, and 2x2, and 2x2. I goofed this up. But yeah, I mean, with all these studs, it is very easy to secure minifigs, and that's good. I just would like more tile. I think it would look better. Get some rock going back there. There we go. Slope with cutout. And 4 1x2 slopes. Two by 4 and 2x4 back here. Green 2x4 and gray 2x4s. Let me actually zoom out a little bit. I don't need it quite so zoomed in. Nope. Need it one stud back. There we go. And 1x2 plates with round ends. Okay, we got the A-frame plates. Get that one on there. Get this one on there. And we'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Good use of the round end pieces there. Nothing else? No. All right. 4 of the corner slopes. There we go. Okay. So one there. One there. One there. And one there. Right? No. Right there. Yeah. That's right. Okay. 1x1 cylinder plate and a 1x1 Technic brick. There we go. Two 1x2x2 slopes. That is not that. There we go, and there we go. And a 1x1 Technic bricks. It's always neat to see them make like angled stone surfaces and stuff like that. Get some side studs, and then 2x6 bricks. There we go, and there we go. Okay, in the back, 2x4 brick with 1x2, or 2x2 corner plates. Right there. So we're probably going to get a plate across there. And do something similar up front. Where is it actually going? Oh, no, need more. All right, 2x4. And then a stack of 1x2, 1x4s. Yep. Right there. Okay, 2 inverted half arches. One goes there, the other goes there. One by one Technic bricks. And one 1x2 slope right there. I don't know if the holes are supposed to represent something either. Alright, 2x2 cylinder plates. There and there. And then we are locking these in with more A-frame plates. And 2x4s in green. Alright. 2x4 tiles. And 1x4 plates. So, nice steps up there. Alright, 4x4 cylinder plate in yellow. 2x2 cylinder plates with cylinder tiles, center studs. And a gray 2x2 tile. Okay, a slope and a slope. Cylinder plate, cylinder tile. Hope that I don't accidentally knock it into the center of the model. Yay, I didn't. I didn't mess it up, everyone. Yay. Okay, so we got our leaves. One there, one there. Making these symmetrical. And tile slopes. Alright, next up. A brown 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg. Right there. 1x1 cylinder plate and 1x1 Technic brick back there. And on top of the plants, 1x1 cylinder plates. That wasn't going on top of the plant. That was going on the leaf itself. That's why it jumped out. Alright, 5 of the slopes with cutouts. Those 2. That's 3. That is 4. And the 5th one back here. Okay, black 4x4 cylinder brick there. Oh, holy cow. Alright. So, we have the, these three-way... I don't know if this... I don't even really know how to, describe these other than, like, a triangular Y plate. This is an evolution of an old Technic piece, which had a hole on each end, and just the 3 studs there, and the toothed other ends to attach them to the toggle joints. So I think we're going to make a hexagonal frame to fit around the 2x2 there. I had you at 3-way? 3-way Lego piece, that is. I know I do. Looks like the Technic hole doesn't really matter on this. And howdy, Mad Martin. How are you doing today? We still have a bit to go on this model. So, pretty neat design element. Okay, so, this higher part goes onto the brown, and this stud goes right there. There we go. Recovering from some stomach flu thing? You blame chat? Well, at least you didn't blame me, considering that's what was affecting me last Monday. I appreciate you not blaming me. That was awful. I hope you're feeling better. At least that kind of thing only lasts for about 24 hours, give or take. Okay, we got click hinge pieces on top. All right. 4x4 quarter cylinder plates. Fought it for over 2 days. Oh. Could be a listeria thing. Yeah, I think I got that sometime back as well. Which sucked. And yeah, that was also more than 24 hours. So yeah, it probably is something like that. Ugh. I'm sorry, man. in there. Well, good news. They're going to do even less food testing coming up. Isn't that wonderful? We can have even more Listeria. And get that on there. And there we go. Alright, some rock outcrops. Just need more sleep than what work is giving you. Can you take off some time to recover? Let's turn that. Yeah, that works. All right. Get that on there. Slide that in there. In the middle of an RFP and prepping for a new computer system and no can do? I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. That really, really sucks. I don't know what an RFP is, though. I know all about new computer systems, though. Alright, that goes there. Alright. I like these in dark red. Very pretty. Real person fanfiction. No, wait, wrong order. Request for proposal. Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, luckily I never had to deal with that. Okay, so we get this one on the back. This one here. Get this one here. So you have some nice spaces here for someone to be pushed off the stone. All right, spare parts. Brown 1x1 cylinder tile with top peg, dark gray 1x1 cylinder tile, and red roller skate. All right, bag number 10. Second to last bag here. And we can do some minifigs. Looking at the set, you really love the dark blue that is on the roof of the structure. Lego clear blue water always is neat to you. Yeah, it's really nice. I really like this. This is probably my favorite of the Chinese traditional sets. Although the restaurant from last year would probably be a close second. Very close second. Dark red fences. Nice. Steering wheels. So you can drive your shrines, you know? Gotta drive your shrines. Can the Lunar New Year sets connect? Most of them are pretty unique in form. Like, this year we got a trotting lantern. I don't know what it is, but it's basically a big lantern. So it's not really a like, it has minifigs and it has display elements and stuff like that, but it's more of a display thing rather than a city structure. This is the only one that is designed specifically to connect to other things, because it is specifically designed to connect to the modular city sets, which is really interesting. Very few other sets have been designed to connect to the modular city sets. Technically, the Ninjago City modulars can, but they're all like the design of them is like a Venice Canal system, so they don't, even though they can connect, they don't really fit. But yeah, I'm definitely going to put this next to all of the my modulars. Okay, so we get the clip facing that way. Go. Red brackets. Like, I really do wish that the restaurant had been designed to connect. The year before the restaurant, we had a parade, so that doesn't really connect to anything. The year before that, I believe we had the... Actually, it might have been the same year as this one. The Story of Nian, which does not really connect to anything either. And then there was the ice rink, which doesn't connect to anything. So this one is very unique. And I think it's just because of its unique shape. Like, these types of parks generally do appear in cities as a block kind of thing. Okay, let's see. Get that on there. Go. Yeah, there are lots of minifigs in this as well, which is one of the cool things about the Lunar New Year sets is that they do tend to have a lot of minifigs. You don't get a whole lot of non-black hair, though, I note. Alright, so we got that on. Flip it over. Dark red, 1x2. Inverted slopes. And there we go. And then 1x2 log bricks. Building hexane. Yes. Insane in the hexane. Okay. So that is going to be separate. Okay, so dark brown 3x connector. Is there a number on this? There's no number on this. There should be a number on it. We got bright green 3L bars. Gold pin connector locker element thingy. Dark gray 1L beam and a tan 3L axle with stud. We got some ads starting in just a moment as well. Alright. That is pointing up, yes. Okay. Soon Ald will be a science YouTuber showing us how to make grape soda from plastic bottles. Yep. Yep. Definitely will be that. Definitely will not be sticking to Lego. No. And let's play videos. I definitely have the science know-how to do science videos. I do Lego and Let's Plays, video games, and D&D because those are easier. I don't have to edit videos. I'd have to edit videos for other things. Was that an accident, Lel Bunny? That pin? No worries if so, I'm just curious. Looks like it was. Hey, no worries. Alright, there we go. Okay, and then just at some point, we have one single 1x2 brick with bar. No worries. Give myself a little bit more space there. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. These are studs up. All right. Okay, and then the dark red fences, which I don't think that I have gotten in anything else before. Need to replace that mouse, but in your area is lax in computer places. What about just ordering one from Micro Center or something? There we go, and these go there and turn down. All right. Yeah, Micro Center is a chain computer store, but they have an online store as well. Just Google Micro Center. I'm highly amused that the my local Micro Center is in the same place that a CompUSA used to be. Okay, now get 6 teal 1x1 plates with bars and rounded ends. These go that way. Try to shop local as much as you can, partially because you want it now mentality. I mean, that's fair. Giving money to a local store is good too, but you know, sometimes you need a mouse. They're pretty cheap. Usually they're only like, you can probably get one for maybe even less than $10. I don't know. I haven't looked at wired mice in a while. Mice. They might even have a local store near you that maybe it's just in a place you never went to. Then you could go to the local one. Your last mouse was $10? Yeah, they're definitely in that commodity price range these days. You don't need anything special, you just need your 2 buttons and your mouse wheel. And at $10, if it doesn't last that long, you can just get another one later. Or if you don't like it, pretty easy to just get another one. I had to get a new mouse for one of my machines, and I might actually have to get another one soon. The scroll wheel is acting a little squirrely. Remember when we had one button and we liked it? The only time I ever had one button was on a Macintosh. Alright. My first mouse was a Logitech 2-button for my 386SX. Okay, now we do 6 of these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go, and then this one. Get the peaks on there. There we go. No, don't try to roll off a piece. That's no bueno. Okay, and finally that. Flip it over. 1x2 plate, car bumper element, race car bumper element. Yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I mean, I was pretty sure I would be, but it is nice to be correct in your view. There we go. Next up, 2x3 and the shield element, and that is up here, not down there. Which is kind of a shame, because that does make this a little bit loose. Maybe not loose, but it's not secured. I love how this element came out as a shield, like a riot shield, and then Lego immediately, like Lego designers immediately started using it as a hinge. And it's in like everything that has a roof these days. It's pretty amusing. Okay. Well, there's probably going to be a big changeover of stores soon. There we go. Get those on. Steering wheel up top so you can drive the shrine. Gold and then lime 1x1 cylinder plate. Looks like it should open up to fire the main cannon. Yeah. Could also be the maw of a sandworm. Shrine controls activated. Or send a signal into space. There we go. There we go. And this comes down. Is this going on? Yeah, alright. So we want... So these fit on top of that. With the sign in front. Okay. I don't have a good place to push down. I'm a little bit nervous about pressing in the wrong place. Just looking to see if there's any visible gaps where this could be pushed down a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Okay. So, a pair of dark blue candlesticks. Then a clip on the end. And finally, the most important part, a dark blue banana. Dark blue banana. This is actually very loose. Howdy up, Cody. How's it going? You're gonna ask, are those bananas? Yep. Yep. They are bananas, and I love it. Bananas are a very integral part of Chinese architecture. There we go. All right. All right, spare parts for this step. A dark gray 1x1 1L beam and a gold 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud. Do you think you'd get in trouble if you went to China and ate all the bananas off their buildings? Maybe a little bit. It's probably something they're used to. Actually, bring these pieces over here. There is a Banana Bunch piece that came in the Donkey Kong Mario sets, and I do want to get one of those one of these days. I've not gotten one. Alright. And finally... because we're going to put in more bamboo. Yep. Alright, that is just one. We do want the 2 of those. Bright green candlestick. Inverted cone. 3L bar. And there we go. Let's get these separated a little bit. There we go. Alright, which one is this going into? This is going back there. Alright, next up, 3 candlesticks. Inverted cone. 3L beam. I'm guessing the bright, the lime green represents more juvenile bamboo. You know, it likes to make potty humor jokes and giggles at itself all the time. Immature bamboo. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. 6L bars with stops. How close to finished is this? Very close. This is the last bag. And then we will be doing minifigs. Alright, get those on there. Alright, got flex tube. We're doing 2 of these. Okay, we have some plain trans red heads. More extensive than most Wednesday builds. Yeah, but, like, we're only just getting to 10. So, like, back when I was doing just the 2-hour streams, it would make sense to do this, like, break it apart. But now, it makes sense to do it on one. More Lego for your viewing pleasure. Actually, it does suggest turning these out. We can do that. There we go. Using severed heads as lanterns? Yes. Yes. That's why they're red. It's all the blood. Oh, you know what I should do? I should get one of the trans-red skull heads from Zastam. Slip one of those in here. It's important to use all the parts of the body, yes. Far too much bamboo is not as mature as it would like you to believe. Maybe not, maybe not. At the same time, a proper dose of immaturity can do wonders. Wonder why Ald made another and not use the other one he already made? What, Lantern Head? You can never have enough Lantern Heads. Okay, there we go. And get this right there. Get these a little bit closer. There we go. All right. Okay, 1x4, inverted half arch, pair of white 1x1s. Let's see, a gray 1x2, a black 1x2, and then round top pieces, which are going to go this way. There we go. And I think that's a bench right there, just a plain stone bench. Okay, pair of 1x4x3 bricks, aka poops. Speaking of maturity, those are poops. Go. Step away for a few minutes and you hear talk of using severed heads as lanterns and your friend Sauce Tom? Yes. And maybe one day he won't be in the sauce, but that day is not today. When you're undead and trying to dominate a country, sometimes you just gotta drink. But on the upside, Mad Martin, you got back just in time for me to talk about poops. Don't know it. Oh, don't you know it? Yeah. Are the Red Wizards buddies with the Illithids? Not really. I mean, I don't know what they may have done with since 2E, but they weren't. I don't know that I don't know that they were against them either, though. So more of a ambivalence, perhaps. Not sure anyone's really buddies with Illithids. That's fair. Illithids do make alliances sometimes, though. Yeah, they would definitely trade with Illithids. If the Illithids wanted to trade. Which tracks because you're ambivalent to most things. Except me. I mean, there's a whole group of Illithids that are like, there's no need to eat them now. There's no need to, like, try to go after all of these people now. We're destined to control the universe, the multiverse, dominate everything. So we can take it easy and take it slow. Heart. Alright, that one gets on there. That one gets on there. Get our curved arches. One by 4, 1 by 2. There we go. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Alright, now we get our macaroni on. There we go. Should probably get that looked at, Mad Martin. I don't know. I mean, not Mad Martin, Bahamut. That's, I don't know, that might be sign of something greater going on. There we go. I just realized that we do not need that. That head is for something else. How often do you say that? I know I say it all the time. Is Dragon God, there is always something greater going on? You know what I mean. Alright, more round top pieces. I am so glad that they have 1x2 versions of these out now. I much prefer putting 1x2s on here than 1x1s. Although looking at it, considering that there's 1x1s there, they might do 1x1s entirely. I don't know. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Okay, and then a 1x8. Right on there. Dragon head. I think this has been used as like a sword hilt type thing, or a weapon hilt. There we go. Usually in gold. I don't know about, I don't know if they've done them in black. I don't know what other colors these have been in. There we go. Okay, then get that on there. Okay. Next up, we got these messages. Are they the same? They are not. I have no idea what they say. It's like I can't read Chinese or something. Alright, let's make another lamppost. Drink more Ovaltine. Yeah, that's probably it. That's probably it. I can't see it possibly being anything else. Never had Ovaltine. Neither have I, actually. But it's a reference. There we go. And then over here, we have our red minifig with more Chinese characters and a red head, trans red head. Greeting people coming to the festival. Alright, spare parts, a gray 1x1 plate. That is it. Alright. So, let's move our minifigs. We'll get them arrayed about. Sorry, horse and others. Alright, so where are the holes? There are the holes. So one thing is that, like, it can go like this, but it can also go like this as well. Or you could slip it in between different sections. But because you got the pathway going like this, it's pretty clearly supposed to be this way. I do see why they used clips now for the castle, though. Okay. So there we go. Let's get some minifigs arrayed. There we go. So over here watching the fishies with her toy rabbit. Get him taking a picture of the ball about to fall into the water. Holding a lantern over there. Pair of New Year celebrators. Actually, let's have him go out here. And she can be walking into the garden. There we go. There we go. Alright. So that is it from above. And of course, that can glow. Try to get a good view of it from an angle. But yeah, this is a really lovely set. Definitely gonna slip it into my my modulars somewhere. Not quite sure where yet. But it's a lot shorter than most of the buildings, so it fits on some. Also, this guy here, coming off his legs. It'll fit a lot better on one of my shelves that has a low shelf height. So very cute. I like the gate and the fence. Having the two gates is pretty nice. Oop. Came apart slightly. It can be very hard to connect when the Technic pins are on two separate pieces. There we go. So very nice. Definitely a lovely set. Pretty happy with it. And now it is time to do some minifigs. So let's go ahead and get our stuff out. Of course, now my cloth has decided to bunch up in places, as it does. Alright, let's see. Yep, start out with this one. Lego Movie. Still missing like 5 of these that we haven't gotten. Let's see. What dice do I need? There we go. Alright. So, D6, that is a 4, so we're going to the middle again. We've gone to the middle a lot, so I'm going to actually re-roll that. I want to go That's a 4 again. That's a 6. I'd rather get... There's a lot over there. Screw it. We're going over there. Executive decision. Alright, so that is a 7. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. Like, I feel like that column has been lacking some polls. All right, so let's start a prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. I'm going to go ahead and roll. All right, 9. So that is Construction Lady. All right, so let's see. 7 for Ice Sovereign and Bahamut. That is Scribble Cop. 8 for Not a Rogue AI. That is Shakespeare. And 9 for Abcody as well. That is the Lady Construction Worker. The way Alt said movie reminded you of the opening number to the Great Muppet Caper. You're gonna be in a movie. I want to be in a movie. Leonin Candy Connoisseur. Get my timer all ready. Where is it? There it is. Okay, timer's all ready to go. Get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? So we have not gotten Ms. Scratch and Post, the Construction Lady, Robo Secretary, Taco Tuesday Guy, and the Mermaid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So there's still 5 that we haven't gotten. So go ahead and get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? And you know, if you don't get a prediction in, then I get all your breakfast soup. Yeah, I love me some breakfast soup. Tequila Gundam, man. You want tacos? Minotaur Fish Pond Caretaker. When Lego Dragons Attack, starring All Dragon. Exactly. All right, predictions are closed. Let me go ahead and get my timer all ready to go. And it is. And go. All right, let's see what we got. What do we have? Is that a torso? Yes, that is a torso. That is a... Oh. All right. 19.8. We have another Emmet. Let's see if that is correct. See, I wanted to pull from that side, and then I get what we... I think what... Let's see, there's 3... Have we gotten 3 of anything else yet? Oh, we've gotten 4 Panda Guys, so... Panda Guys are the only one that we've gotten more of than Emmet. Oh, no! Oh, well. Yeah, that's okay. I saw the 1x2... I felt the 1x2 tile, and I forgot that he had one as well. So that's going to be a no. Choose the outcome. Complete the prediction. That is a no. And no one put down for no, so I'm getting all the hams. Oh, my hams are so good. All 4,477 of them go to my belly. No one went for 50 to 60. Lord Canis Ice Oven going for 20 to 50. And Bahamut, Abcody, and Kinshir going for within 20 seconds. They would have gotten the hams if I had been correct. Totally off the game tonight. That's okay. It happens. My ham, so good. Yum yum. So you were getting ice cream? I missed out. But that's okay, because I got all the hams. My hams. So good. Get into his hand, please. I hate trying to get the, there we go. I hate trying to get those into hands. All right. So, we got Scribble Cop. Let me go ahead and mark him down. Good cop, bad cop. All right. Next up, Series 13. There we go. All right. Okay, D6. That is 6, so we're going there. D20, since we have not gotten many. And that is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So let's go ahead and start the prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Go ahead and get your predictions in. Alright, so far we have gotten the samurai lady and the construction worker, the carpenter. Let me go ahead and roll a d20. 8 again. Alright, so that is the Old Kingdom Egyptian warrior. 5 for Bahamut, that is the Goblin Bandit. 11 for Abcody, that is the Fencer. 6 for Isovan, that would be the Paleontologist. Getting one guess in is a Minotaur Pavilion rental service agent. And the Leonin Old-Time Fisherman. You have some raspberry cheesecake ice cream in the freezer, but it'll be a while before you get to that. Well, it'll be a long while now, since now that I know about it, I'm going to eat that before you, Mad Martin. Even though I don't like raspberry that much, cheesecake ice cream is delicious, and I'm just going to eat it all. So, sorry. Things happen. You snooze, you lose. It's buried under all the other ice cream. 5 for Nadarogai as well. That is the Goblin Bandit. So get your predictions in. Let me go ahead and reset my timer. All right. 20 seconds to go. Sage Nemesis 12. That is the samurai lady. Lady Samurai. Lady Ninja Terminator. Listen, you don't normally eat brains, but you may make an exception if I touch your ice cream. Touch. Alright, predictions are closed. Okay. And go. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. Okay. I feel that. I know what that is. Yep. Alright. 8.89, we have Ming the Merciless. Or the, wizard guy. Whatever you want to call him. I felt his dress slope. Nope, there's another piece in there. Get out. There we go. And indeed, it is. Alright, choose the outcome. That is 8.89. So, within 20 seconds, choose a prediction. Complete that prediction. And Bahamut, Abcody, and Kinshir getting the hams this time. Lord Canis, Isovan going for 20 to 50. Lel Bunny and Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Sage Nemesis going for no. Having no confidence in me whatsoever. Terrible. Do I have any, this feels like, is this... Oh my lord. This is the neon orange. Ooh. Ooh, haven't seen that in a while. Nice. They don't make this anymore. It's neon. It glows a little bit more. All right. Let's see. There's his outfit. He only has one face. First time you saw me guess I got it wrong? No confidence in me. Oh, shoot. I need to get the cloak on. All right. So it actually wants it to go like this so that it is showing in the front. There we go. Yep, that seems good. All right. Dress slope. This is a pretty great minifig. And you can have his fire staff. Be a pyromancer. There we go. All right, let me go ahead and zoom in on him there. Trying to stack a lot on one little peg. It's the main thing is not stacking a lot. It's just having it all stay in place while you get the head down on it. That's the annoying part. All right. Zooming in here. There we go. So it does come through on the back a little bit, but you can definitely tell that this is more intended to be seen from the front. But yeah, I mean, this is a great outfit. Makes him tall as well with the old style dress slope. Have a little fire, Scarecrow. Exactly, exactly. He's got a little skull there too. I like it. This is a good minifig. Nice and evil look to him as well. I'm evil, fear me. Surprised they got the rights to use Sidow's likeness. I don't think they did. It's not actually Ming the Merciless. Alright. So let's go ahead and mark that one. And now for our final minifig for the night. Series 27, the fairly recently released. We do actually have new stuff coming out very soon. I'm not going to get a full case of it. I'm just going to get a full set. Okay, so 2. So we're going to the top. D10. 10. I need to re-roll because we only have 9. 8. All right. So that is 8. Oop, slip that one out, and let's pull that one. Fill this back in like that. There we go. Okay. So, let's start the prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig box? Get your predictions in while I put my other Lego Movie box away for now. There we go. Oh, and I need to get out my scale. So I will shake it and make a guess. I will then roll a die. And then I will weigh it. So let's see. All right, Mad Martin, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Let's see. Isovan 5, okay. So that is the plushie fan. 4 for Bahamut, that is the astronomer kid. 2 for Notarogue AI, that is the Wolfpack Beastmaster. Sage Nemesis 9, that is Cupid. 1 for Abcody, that is the hamster fan. Next guess is a Minotaur Koi Pond Keeper. That's pretty coy. And a Grumpy Leonin Gardener. Alright, let me actually snooze that ad, because we are just about done. So go ahead and get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? We got 30 seconds remaining. So I will shake it and make a guess, then I'll roll a die, and then we will weigh it and see which one we get. Don't know why he needed to be grumpy, but here we are. Good point, good point. All right, predictions are closed. All right. Oh, yeah, I forgot to get the my scanner up. Okay. So, let's see. All right, I'm not hearing too many pieces. There's something large in there, so that could either be a cloak element, or it could be like the head of the boogeyman, or it could be the wolf. So I'm actually going to guess that it is the Wolfpack Beastmaster. So that's going to be my guess, the Wolfpack Beastmaster. Let's roll the die. That is a 5. So the die says the plushie fan. Let's go ahead and weigh it. Oh yeah, that's the Wolfpack Beastmaster. That is the only one that is that heavy. 22.12, 22.19 is my averaged weight. So let's see. Yep, Wolfpack Beastmaster. Alright, this is the most anticipated figure of the series. This is the most desired figure of the series. Whether it is the best one or not is, of course, personal opinion. So, no, guess gets it. Because I guessed it was the Wolfpack Beastmaster. Choose the outcome. That is going to be a yes with guess. Complete that prediction. Alright, let's see. Who is getting the hams? Bahamut getting all the hams. Shield of Hope going for yes with die roll. Lord Canis, Isov, and Lel Bunny going for yes with weight, and Abcody and Sage Nemesis going for no. Darn. Nice try. Nice try. Alright. So we have a cloth cape in here, and this is the non-starched soft cloth. Not really sure why we get that with this one, and we got like the stiff stuff with the last series. Let's go ahead and give him that face. There we go. Give him his hood, his legs. Shield. His sword, if I can get it into his hand without, there we go. I got it into his hand, and then he decided to drop it. There we go. And his pupper. His wolf. A very adorable pupper. General Burnside, is that you? Alright, let's zoom in, make sure that I have him in view. There we go. So, good decoration on the torso. Nice decoration on the legs as well, giving kind of a male pattern there. And yeah, he does have sideburns. Sneezing face, I guess probably because he might be allergic to his wolves. I think this the shield is slightly redesigned. I don't think the old wolf pack had fangs, but it has been a while since I've looked at my wolf pack stuff. And then our wolf. Got a little mark of gray on the nose, dark gray. Fluffy tail. It's a brand new mold, a little fluffy mane around his neck. Very cute. Very cute. Oh, did the ads actually start? No, they're not. They're not. All right. They're in 4 minutes, so that's okay. All right. Because we are actually done for the night anyway. But that is the Wolfpack Beastmaster. He's allergic to pollen. He might be. He might be. All right. But with the successful Wolfpack Beastmaster, the most anticipated minifig of that series, that is going to wrap us up for the night. Let me see if there is anyone that I can go ahead and raid. Who is online right now? Lunatastic is playing some Oblivion Remastered, so let's go ahead and head over there. So, I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back on Friday to continue building the Shire. We'll be back on Saturday for some more Spelljammer. We will be back on Monday for more Suikoden 1 Remastered, probably wrapping that one up. Let me actually go ahead and zoom out, sorry. And when we come back next time, we'll be building something different on Wednesday. See you next time, everyone.